welcome back to Hack Infection Grindcore Action. In this episode we will be going to Bursting Forbidden Sand, which is a level 2 battlefield with the element fire. And we will be, or I will be rambling a bit again, because I think, well, I enjoy it. I think I enjoy it. I enjoy it. I know it. Even though I feel a little bit clumsy at it due to my lacking English abilities, but we will keep on with that for a while, I think, until I get some structure into the ramblings. Yeah, in the last episode, yeah, I talked about, or tried to convene my thoughts about my problems. I think we nowadays as humanity, as a race have, or as a community, and I think I will add to that in this episode. I think we lost the thing we had between humans. To me it feels we don't have the bonding between each other that we had, let's say, years ago, or even decades ago. I think it developed for worse, and yeah, and that's one of the things that come with the developing of a country in technological areas and sociological areas and all that shebang. I think it's a very complex thing that that plays into that, but I think it's a problem we have and we are facing, and not really realizing that we are getting more and more what's the word? More and more like machines and less like humans. If that makes any sense to you, because I really feel that the thing between humans is lacking. In general, there's, if you look at the media, for example, there is so much hate in media and so few empathy, which we as a whole are lacking, in my opinion, and it makes life not better. It only makes it worse. And the problem with that is it is not a thing that is clear the moment you open your eyes every morning. It's something that creeps up on you, and if you don't think about your life or where you stand in life, you may even never see it, that humanity as a whole maybe is moving in the wrong direction. Who knows? No one will be able to say that at current times. The future will judge the past. So yeah, all we can do at the present is try to live our lives as best as we can. And one of my goals in life is to improve the life that I have been given to a point that I can say, when I give when I bite the grass into the when I bite the dust, that's the word, that those that come after me have an even better life than myself. So that's one of my goals. Well, it's not something I actively what's the word? pursue. That's not something I actively pursue, but in every small thing I do, I try to improve what I do in order to make life better for other people, which in the end should lead to me having a better life. Because not only if you try to better the life of others, it will help to feel better about yourself. Even if you are in a position that you don't need to improve on yourself or think you are in a good spot and your life is the best life you ever could have. And I would bet that there are always things in life you can improve upon or help other people improve on. And only then, only if humanity as a whole gets to the point when they are thinking more about other people than themselves, life will get better. Even though we are living in good times. As I said in the last episode, we live way longer than the people, let's say, 100 or even 70 years ago. We have better medicine, we have better technology for everything. There's still stuff that gets, discovered, that will improve our life in the future. Even though it doesn't feel like that. I, for example, thought for the longest time, in the time I lived so far, we didn't make much improvement in discoveries and so on, but if you get into that topic, for example, you will see that improvements in lifestyle or discovering things, it gets the amount is rising more and more, and that is because more and more people have the chance to do something which helps to improve on the life of themselves or others, or to learn about stuff that wouldn't even be remotely possible even a few decades ago. So I think we should strive for a world where the life of others means as much as our own life means to us. And this is something that comes by itself. It is something that needs to be, well, not forced, but you need to help people to think that way, or to move in, or to evolve in a way that they can think that way too, or act in a way that goes in that direction. And that's something I would love to see, that people start, or not even start, get to that point to think about others like they think about themselves. Because I think that's another problem we have, that we are too egoistical about our own lives, even though I can understand it, and I do understand it quite well. As a person, because I don't want to give up my freedoms for someone else. So yeah, I can understand that if some people don't want to basically limit themselves in order for other people to have a better chance at life or so. But we still should try to improve in that area. Because there is so much bad things happen all around the world, and most of the stuff we don't even hear about because of, well, the great media, which in the recent years did go more and more in the sensational direction. But if you think about it, it was always the case that media didn't care for actually representing or telling people what's going on, but making money, because, well, who doesn't want to have money in our world? Because you need money in our world. And you had that in the past, that, for example, those newspapers that printed the most sensational news stories were the ones that prospered the most. And I think it's a long problem, a problem we have for a long time. And I think it is time that we improve on stuff like that, because we won't evolve in any way if we stay stagnant the way we are. Even though technology, medicine and whatnot improves at an extremely fast pace, at such a fast pace that you can't really keep up with it if you're a certain age. Yeah, I think we need to evolve as a human, as a race, and I think that's just how I think. There is just one human race, and that's the race that lives on the planet Earth, and not the different races that so many people like to divide themselves into in order to differentiate themselves from others. It's not a bad thing, but most of the time it is used to do bad things, or to nourish bad things. And I think that's something else we need to improve on as a whole, in order to better the life for everyone. Well, some may say, why do we need to do that? If you look at nature, the strongest or the fittest or whatever the case may be survives. That may be right, but humanity sets itself on a pedestal above all other living things on this planet, which is, in my opinion, quite arrogant. But if it is the case that we are better than everything else, why do we do shit like we do? Why do we hate other peoples that are different? Why don't we try to use the differences we have between ourselves to improve ourselves, and not to hate or even destroy those who are different than us? And I think one of the reasons for that is because, as I said in the last episode, humanity lacks empathy, even though it is something humanity has what's the word, created. It is not a physical thing, or yeah, how to say that? Fuck, now I lost my train of thought again. I'm very sorry about that. Fuck. I was in such a great mood and now it's gone. Well, let's go to the main thought. Go back to the main thought. Maybe I find my way back in the last few minutes we have in this episode. I'd like for the human race as a whole to improve, to get to newer heights. Not only in a technological, sociological sense, but also in a philosophical and in between humans. What's the English word? Interpersonal. That was the word that I was looking for. Yeah, we need to improve our interpersonal relation, even with those people we don't know or we don't even care about. Now you might say, why should I care about people that I don't even know about or who never will know about? I think that's a very egoistical thought, that you shouldn't care about people you don't know or never know. And the reason of that is why do I think that way is, I think you should appreciate and for fucking sake, what's the word? You should interact with people in a way you wanted to be interacted with, and that way, or because of that, you shouldn't be lacking in emphasis or understanding for people you don't know or people you don't understand. Yeah, shit. I don't know where I'm going with this. And we are done now with this dungeon, so let's head out. It's still not enough. I still can't get a red what's the word? A red string through the episode. Because my thoughts still jump so much back and forth. Gee whiz. Okay, and stop. 1735, okay. So basically, well, it bowls? No. What's the saying? When it comes down to it, no. For fucking sake. Well, the main thought of the last episodes basically is I would like to see humanity to be a better humanity. That doesn't sound right. That humans should try to be better than they are currently. To us in the Western world it doesn't seem necessary in most cases, but I think there is much room to improve, and we should try to improve ourselves and those around us. But that may be only me, because I look at the world differently than most people, even if that is an arrogant thing to say. And I maybe go into it in the next episode, so if you are interested in hearing that or will want to watch the next episode, please do so, and if not, no problem. You should live your life like you want, without restricting other people's and theirs. So yeah, enough preaching for now. Thanks for watching, and until next time, bye.